Alright, what's up, YouTube? Um, Firstly, thank y'all for watching the other video that I did. I think last week on um just some basics. It was just a video of me making the beat. So appreciate you guys for watching that. I actually got a request from a subscriber, recent subscriber. Shout out to him. Producer name was autocorrect. He wanted me to do a tutorial or just something simple on melodies. Um, there's different ways we can approach this. What I would start off with is first you have to know um, what kind of sound you're going for, and that just takes time from developing your own sound and just listening to different kinds of music. And I also want to point that out. Don't just listen to hip hop music or trap music. You can get so many different types of sounds and melodies and stuff from so many different genres of music. Don't limit yourself, because you'll be surprised what you can come across in EDM or uh, even country. You know, different types of music. So just be open as producer. Just be open to different sounds and things like that. So that's first. Have an idea of what type of sound you're going for. Like I said, that just comes with time. Developing your own sound and just knowing what you're going for. But as far as practical ideas, there are some. I will talk about one and I will demonstrate another. I don't know if you guys have seen. You probably have, but I don't know if you guys have seen the ads that they have on YouTube for the Timberland masterclass. And if you pay attention, what he actually does is, and I actually did this without even, knowing that he actually did it as well, but it's surprising to me. But what he does is he will actually hum the melody out. He will hum it out. He will record it into the sequencer, and then he will basically emulate that with actual instruments and drums. Um, and like, it's gonna take some time to get used to. It's gonna sound weird to yourself, like when you're humming. I talked about this somewhere else, but it's gonna sound weird. It's gonna feel weird, but just keep doing it. Keep practicing at it, and you'll get more comfortable with it. And what I was gonna say is, if you're out in public or whatever, and you have an idea, or you hear something on the radio, which happens to me all the time, I'll hear something on the radio, and I'll hum that melody, just so I have some type of derivative as far as where I want to go with the beat, coming up. But just pull out your phone and get the voice memo, whatever type of phone you have. Pull out the voice memo app and actually record the melody. Or record yourself humming the melody. You can do that for the bass melody. What I would do is I would say bass melody, and then I'd hum how I want the bass melody to sound, and then I would say complementary melody, and then I would hum that as well. And like I said, if you have to go somewhere away from people, that way you feel a little more comfortable, then do that, because you never know. That don't let that impede you from being creative, worrying about what people think or how silly you look humming. That could be the one thing that just takes you over the top. So let go of that, oh, I look silly kind of thing, or I sound silly. The fuck all that. Just record it, get it to where you need to get it, and then sequence that and lay that out in the DAW. Okay. That's just a more theoretical type of thing. Now, practical, there is some things that I have done, and I'll show you guys now. One I've done intentionally, and there's another little secret thing that FL Studio has that I've not seen anyone talk about before. But I don't do that I don't use the second method intentionally, but I'll show you guys anyway. So besides these things, you can use MIDI packs and loops. I don't really use MIDI packs because I don't really want to have remotely close to the same melody as somebody else has, because you guys have the same pack. For drum sounds, I think that's different, but for melodies, I don't want to have the same melody as someone else. Same thing for loops. I'll use loops every now and then, but that's after I've chopped them myself. So, but here we go. Here's the. So obviously, you know that you have in the piano roll. Change this. You have these. Honestly, this is where I start for pretty much all my beats. These right here, the major, major seventh, minor, minor seven, and minor ninth. These are usually good places to start. And I'll just show you. Let me see. Let me pull up a VST. Chords are a good place to start. Like I said, for me, that's usually where I start for 90% of my beats. I'll play a chord, and then if it sounds, good enough for me or remotely close to the idea that I had, I'll just go with that, and then I'll just build on top of that. And don't make it complicated. Melodies don't need to be elaborate. You can get away with having something simple and then just another thing over that. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. I can understand that you want to make something a little more intricate, but that just comes with practice, time, and don't try to stretch yourself over. Oh, it doesn't sound as elaborate as somebody else's. Just keep practicing, and you'll figure it out. There's things that I can show you too, as far as humanizing melodies and stuff like that. If you guys want to see that, just let me know in the comments or whatever, and just let me know anything else you guys want to see. Good place to start is pads. This is literally how I start. Come on. So it's not working. Okay, now Omnisphere is being retarded. Okay, sorry about that. Sometimes the instruments, like if they're not set up properly, they don't play. Let me find one. Definitely not that one. Alright, I'll just use this one for now, just for the sake of the tutorial. And I'll usually go for minor seventh, and I'll just put it in there like that. Sorry, it's too high. Shortcut, Control A, hold Control and press it down, and it'll shift it down octaves. You see, like for me that would have been enough, and it was completely random. What was it? Minor seventh. Also, this right here, this little only one, that means that if you have it checked, it'll only see how it only puts it doesn't put the chord in. If you check it off, and then you pick one, it'll keep doing it like that. So let's see. This is an example. The pad is kind of strong. There's so much stuff in Atmosphere. I don't even know what to pick half the time. I just be clicking shit. See, you just pick the chords, and that's, for me, that's, like I said, that's usually how I'll start. And the way you're going to be able to tell if it's, try to listen really hard for the lowest note and the highest note. So you hear one's like really low, like, and then this one is like a little bit higher. Drop off the low end. And see, that's like, it's really obviously knowing how you want it to sound, and then just tweaking it so it gets to a point where you're like, okay, I like this for sure. Just some bells in there, and I have like the same type of vibe that I like my beats, just kind of like a wavy, atmospheric kind of feel, like the Playboy Carti or the Mexico Joe type beats. That's the sound that I've always imagined it, but I wasn't able to actually put it out on the DAW until I heard other people, because it wasn't something that I thought that would catch on, but it did catch on. And that's the problem with, when you have an idea, go for it, because that could be the next thing, you know what I'm saying? And who knows, like, just hypothetically, like, had I went with my gut, like, I could have been, probably a lot of years ahead of where I am now. And these right here, I don't know if you know these. What is it? Helpers. Yeah, turn these on. The note grid highlights and the ghost channels. The ghost channels are obviously where you can see the other instruments in here, and the note grid highlights kind of let you know what's in key, what's not in key. I think that if it's a light color, it's in key. Or it might be dark. I think it might be dark colors. Thank goodness I use Machine now. I don't have to do this, but I'm just showing you guys. And see, now this is a white grid line, and it's still in key. And now it's a black one, and it's still in key. So you just have to hear it. Control B, like I usually do, and then just change it up a little bit. And that one note will just like add just enough to make it like, okay, it's not the same thing, but it's memorable, but it's not the same thing as it was in the first half of the sequence. Really, that's how I do my melodies. Just start with the chord and then add things on top of it. Use the like I said, use the grid highlights. Again, you click on this little arrow right here. You go to helpers, turn this one on, and turn the ghost channels on, because they tell you where all the other instrument notes are, even if it's not in the same piano roll. Let me see. So that's how I'll do my melodies. Like I said, you can do it that way. You can use loops, MIDI packs. But there is another way, and I came across this on accident. Let me mute these. I'll add purity again. Like I said, this was pure accident, and I'll just use this terrible piano sample for this example. Alright. So hopefully you have a MIDI keyboard. If you don't, it'll still work. But the idea is that if you can play most of the notes on your MIDI keyboard close to what you want, there's a way that you can get it to get in key after you've done it. Like I said, I found this on accident. I don't know if it works this way, but let me try. So I'm just going to put a bunch of notes in here, random notes. Again, this is for the sake of the tutorial. I think it works this way, but we're going to see. Change this. And it's tools. I think it's limit. Yeah. Then you pick your, let's see, E. Which one? You see how the notes moved? See where they are? See where they are right now? It will put them in key for you. E minor. And the only thing that I don't like about this is that you can't play it while you have this open, so you can't hear it. Oh, yes, you can. So that sounds terrible, but C major. So what you would do is, like, you'll play the notes. That's why I said that you have to have an idea. Like, it's really finicky if you just click the notes in, but I wanted to show you what it does. If you have a MIDI keyboard and you're playing the notes or whatever, and you have it close to, like, how you want it to sound, what you can do is you can use that tool. Just go in there, you highlight the notes, you click the arrow, tools, and you go to limit, and you pick the key. Like, you'll just have to cycle through them and see whichever one matches what you're trying to use, and that's why I indicated that you should have the ghost notes and the grid highlights on there. That way you can kind of tell where you're going for, and as long as you have the right range when you're playing the notes, it'll snap it to the right key, and then you can just tweak it after you've clicked accept. And you can, I know I just mentioned that you can't play it, but you can't click the play button. You have to hit the space bar. Just click the space bar and you'll be able to hear how it sounds. This is something, like I said, that I have not seen anyone talk about before. So hopefully that helps some of you guys who are struggling with keys and making sure that things are aligned properly as far as the sound goes. But use that tool. It's there for a reason, so use it if you need to. If not, it doesn't hurt you to just practice using, practice just using your ear, and just feel it out and see how it sounds and make sure that it aligns with, firstly, how you want it to sound, and then make sure that it aligns how it could sound in a sense of the best way in your head. There's no rules. There's no rules of this. Just try to make it sound how you want it to sound in the best way possible. That's pretty much what I had to say, you guys. I'm gonna keep making videos, and I appreciate you guys watching my last video. But it means a lot. My channel. I'm trying to grow it, and I need you guys' help with that. So I'm gonna help you guys, continue to help you guys, whether you guys subscribe or like or comment or anything or not, because I get a sense of pleasure out of teaching and helping people. That's what I really enjoy. So it just helps when you guys can share it and spread the word, because there's probably a lot of people out there that wish they knew information that we have. So just spread the word and be open to knowledge. Stay positive. Oh, and one of the things that me and this producer who asked for this tutorial, we talked about. He talked about how he just wanted to continue to learn, and he was grateful for the tutorial that I had. And I told him that it's a good mindset. That's the perfect mindset to have for any craft or any art. I told him that there was a stoic, I don't know if you know stoicism, but there's a stoic philosopher. I think it was Seneca or Marcus Aurelius, one of the two. And the quote basically was, you cannot learn what you already think you know, basically, or something to that effect. Basically saying, if you think you know something, you're not going to be inclined to learn more about it. It's like when you come across those people who think they know everything and they don't want to hear anything, and it's just frustrating because, like, you know the truth and you're able to help them, but they just don't want to hear it because they know everything. So don't have that mindset that you think you've mastered something. There's always room for improvement, and that's the golden thing about that is the more that you take in as far as knowledge, the more you're going to be able to spread that knowledge with people, and the more valuable you become as a person, because now you have something. Now you have something to share. So just be open to learning, continue to learn, stay positive, y'all. Keep making beats. Have fun with the shit. Don't stress about it too much. Keep practicing. Have fun. Yeah, man. So thanks, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Please, if you guys have a chance, follow me on Instagram at Leland Lavinci. Subscribe, leave a comment below. Anything that you guys want to see, anything that you guys want to get off your chest, I will respond. I'm gonna make that a thing about me, is always responding to the people who show me support. So I'm gonna show support back. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Peace.